ほら、ルフィ、今一緒に海賊になる仲間を探してるんだ。
Hello guys, welcome to my channel The Wandering Zoro, your go-to destination for anime-related content. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. In today's video, we're going to be diving into part 3 of the series, What If Toji Reincarnated as Deku in MHA World? So be sure to stick around until the end, and let's get started. 3 weeks had passed since Izuku met with Tamura and his group of villains and the actual boss of the League of Villains, so all that was left was to find a house with the money he got from killing that Yakuza for that other gang, and Izuku was talking to a woman selling a lovely place with 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms with a basement, which he wanted to buy this for Rei and Fayumi since it was close to where she applied for work, and for Rei to live in an actual place instead of an old apartment for 2 people. Izuku bought the house for $150,000 plus bought new stuff for them to enjoy that only cost him about $100,000 for beds and furniture that were the best quality that he could buy for them, and everything was set for them both to move in today, which he got their landlady to kick them out today, which he was going to surprise them both with the house he bought for them. He walked up to them both on the phone with her ex-husband Enji telling him about them getting kicked out, but Rei got hunged up on by him, which greatly pissed her off, but was quickly washed away when Izuku walked up to them. Rei, oh Izu honey, what are you doing here? We thought you were moving. Izuku, yeah, I was, but I heard you got kicked out and wanted to know if you two would want to come live with me for a while. Since you two have been kind to me, I thought it would be nice for you to come with me. Fayumi, really Aiken? Wouldn't we be bother to you though? Izuku, nah, not really, but it would clear worry for you both. I don't want both of my family to be living in a gross motel or on the street. Please come live with me. Rei, well, if you want us to, then we have no choice, thanks, sweetie. Fayumi, yes, thank you, Aiken. We will be out of there as soon as we find a house for me and my mom. Izuku, it's all right, you guys. I'm just glad you took my offer. The 3 of them walked to his house, which was kind of far from where they last were, but it was worth it because they all made it to his house. Both the Himotas were amazed at the house they were looking at and wondered how Izuku had money to buy this house. Izuku, well, here we are at my house. Make yourself at home. I left a lot of food in the fridge, so help yourselves to anything. There are rooms in the hallway, so pick a room you want to sleep in tonight. Rei, wow Izu, how did you get this house and how are you able to rent this out? Izuku, well, I actually bought this house, so I don't pay rent at all. They were both shocked at this and how Izuku bought this house. Fayumi, Aiken, where did you get the money to buy this house? Izuku, I saved a lot of money and got into some stock and got a lot of money from it, so I have quite a few of money in the bank. Both Fayumi and Rei went to explore Izuku's house and were amazed by how the house looked nice. The night went on with both of the girls cooking for Izuku since he had given them a house to live in for a while and were now all done bathing for bed. Izuku went to a room next to Fayumi and she walked into the room crying to him and thanking him for this, which he waved off saying that he would do anything for them both. That caused her to cry more on his shoulders. Fayumi went to bed after her crying session with Izuku, and he was on in bed slowly dozing off until he heard a knock coming from his door and saw Rei holding a pillow close to her chest like a little kid. Rei, Izu, can you come and sleep with me? Izuku, sure auntie, but can I ask why? Rei, please. Izuku, okay then, come on, lead the way. She dragged him to her room and they were both laying next to each other. Izuku got comfortable on his side of the bed while Rei was on her side facing the other way from him. As Izuku was about to fall asleep again, Rei grabbed him and pulled him towards her into a hug. Rei laid there not doing anything but just hugging him. Rei, thank you Izuku. I wish that my kids were like you and not power-hungry children like their father. I also wish that you were my kid Izuku, but luck was not always on my side. Izuku lay there not saying anything to her and let her talk about stuff that was on her chest. Rei, I just wanted to say thank Izuku for letting me and Fayumi live with you here. She hugged him even more, rubbing her cheeks on his back while she rubbed her hands on his hands that she knew he liked since he was a kid. Izuku, I too wished you were my mom, Auntie Rei, but let's get some sleep now, okay? Rei, okay, Izuku, good night. There was more silence from them both while Rei thought he had fallen asleep already. Izuku, good night, Rei. She cried on his back for a while until she cried herself to sleep until morning when she slowly woke up to just herself on the bed Izuku and her slept on. Rei went downstairs to see that someone had made breakfast for them and saw a note on the table. Good morning, Rei and Fayumi. This house isn't actually mine, but it is both of your houses that I bought for you, both along with everything in here is yours, and I'm sorry, but you won't see much of me because I have a dangerous job to do. I love you, Rei and Fayumi. Izuku? Rei and Fayumi cried while they read the note and thanked Izuku for the house. Izuku walked away from their house with a smile, but it was replaced with a frown when he was called by the League again. With a sigh, he picked it up. Kurogiri, Mr. Fushiguro, sorry to call you if you are busy, but my master wishes to speak to you again. Toji, for the last time, I don't join groups. Kurogiri, it is not about joining us. My master wants something done, and you might be the only person he wants this job to make it quick. Toji, fine, you going to work me cause I don't feel like walking all the way to Kamino Ward. Kurogiri, of course, Mr. Fushiguro, just tell me a place to put my gate, and you will be here really quick. Izuku told him the location of a back alley far from the sights of heroes and civilians' eyes. He was warped back into the bar he met with them a few weeks ago and saw that no one was there but Kurogiri cleaning out cups again. Kurogiri, Mr. Fushiguro, the master has been waiting. Let us go to him. If you would please walk through this gate, he will be waiting. Both of them walked through the gate and saw he was in a room with wires and tubes on the ground running to a seat that someone rather large was sitting on. The figure had an expensive-looking suit, but his face was scared from his head and almost to his upper lip. The man sat in the dark with a smile. Well, hello, young Fushiguro. It was nice of you to accept this job from me, and since you are known for getting jobs done quickly, I do hope you will get this thorn on my side, a quick snip that has been a pain for quite some time. Toji, so how much for this job? Sorry, what's your name? Sorry for the late introductions, but my name is All for One. Toji, got it, so what do you need to be done? A foe. I need you to kill someone, for that seems like the Hero Commission wants this person alive for her quirk. Her quirk is troublesome to me and associates, so what do you say, young Fushiguro? Want in on the assassination of the star plasma user. Toji, sure, but how much is she worth? A foe? Sorry once again, but I am willing to pay $15,000 for her death. Toji, any info about the job? A foe. The Hero Commission put a 3-man team to act as her bodyguards. 1 pro hero and 2 second-year students from UA High. The pro hero is Sir Naitai, and the second years are Tagata Mirio and Tamaki Amajiki. Naitai? Well, this could get interesting. Toji, so you need this done quickly. A foe, indeed, by this week, when they are to be sent to the star plasma user to protect her. Toji, got well, I'm off to get ready for this and be back when the job is done. A foe, good luck, young Fushiguro. Izuku was warped to an alley next to a mini-mart and decided to buy food for himself and to prepare for a fight against people with good quirks, but he wasn't even worried at all one bit, because if he could kill Overhaul, he could kill a pro hero and 2 UA students. Izuku walked in and went to a spot to buy drinks and snacks for his stay at the hotel. He saw a couple of girls laughing in the store. The one that looked different than the other girls was a pink girl with horns talking about a guy that asked her, but she rejected him for being a creep, and the girl next to her said her last name Ashido. If he remembered, her parents ran that barber shop he went to. Izuku, excuse me, but can I grab some stuff you ladies are standing in front of? The group looked over to Izuku, who had a skin-tight black shirt and gray sweatpants on. The girls blushed at the sight of his abs showing themselves to them. They moved off his way while looking at his arms. Ashido, hey, My name is Mina, what's yours? Izuku, Yagi. He hated how he had to say that last name in his mouth. Mina, Izuku, that is a cute name, mind if I call you Izzy? Izuku, sure, but I got to ask, does your family run a hair salon? Mina, yes we do, why have you been there? Izuku, yes, your mom did a pretty good job getting rid of my old hair, and she almost fainted when I gave her the biggest tip she had ever gotten. Mina, you were the one that did that, oh my god, thank you. Izuku, it was no problem at all, Mina, just tell your mom thanks for the hair change. Izuku grabbed all he needed and saw the group of girls walking and giggling while looking at him with blushes. He paid for his stuff, but when he did, Izuku saw the girls with a villain holding Mina at gunpoint. Villain, stay back or this ugly-looking girl gets at you here. The villain was slowly walking back from them while Mina was crying while being dragged with that man. Izuku put down his stuff and walked to them slowly with the police telling him to stop and heroes too were yelling for him to stop, but it was useless. Villain, the fuck did I say stay back or I blow her head off? Izuku looked at him to make him back up, which did work until the guy yelled about finally having enough of this and was about to shoot her. Mina screamed, but the gun didn't kill her. Izuku was really fast and broke his hand before he killed Mina. He grabbed the gun and punched his face, sending him on the ground with a bloody face. People were shocked by his moves because no one saw him move at all. He was so fast that his foot left a footprint in the concrete. The crowd was cheering for Izuku, who was now walking away from all the attention. Mina yelled out a tearful thanks to his figure walking in the distance. He was tired from walking to his new hotel he had gotten and walked into a tea house that looked old and decided to walk in for a quick rest. When Izuku walked in, a guy walked to the counter with a bored look. Hey, what can I get for you, sir? Izuku, green tea and that's all. Your order will be here shortly, just have a seat until then. Izuku walked to a seat, put his stuff down, and just waited for his tea until he saw an old lady walk out with his tea, also with some coffee he hadn't ordered. My, such a strong presence you have, young boy. Do you mind having a quick chat with this old lady? Izuku, sure, why not? Thank you, young man, but can I have your name by any chance? Izuku Yagi. No, that name does not give out the great presence you have in you, my dear boy. Tell me your real name. Izuku looked confused by this and thought of saying his real name to an old lady. What would this lady do even if he gave her his real name? Izuku, Toji Fushiguro.
That name only gives half of the presence you have. Please tell me your real name.
There was only silence at the table. They did not speak a word, he just sighed. Izuku, Toji, Zenin. Ah, now, that is the name that gives you a massive amount of power. Zenin, I came here to only tell you of a warning you may find yourself in the future. I have seen the future with you at great odds against the people you once knew and dying in this battle, but I can change that, Zenin, with the help of my quirk. Toji, what do you mean with your quirk? How? I can't tell you about it yet, my dear boy, but I will say this. My quirk has been passed along with every generation since the dawn of quirks, and the power we wield has only one use, and when used the user's life is forfeited for our goal. I can help you when the time comes, dear, so what is it you want? Die a horrible death or to live? Toji didn't believe her at all when she was saying that he was going to die and decided to ask for proof. Toji, do you have proof of my death? If so, then I will accept your offer. I do have proof. Give me your hand, and I will show you bits of your future. Toji gave his hand to her and saw a white light flashing in his face. He saw buildings on fire and broken with people cheering for a blonde and a green-haired girl. Finally, he is dead. That nerd wasn't even strong and died trying his best to beat us, but couldn't. Toji's lifeless eyes stared up at the clouds while everyone cheered for the two people and saw his body being dumped into a fire by people. His cursed spirit crawled its way to a girl with a horn. Toji was brought back from the dream to see the old lady smiling at him. So, young man, do you accept my offer? Toji, fine. Thank you, dearie, but before you go I do require something of you. Toji, what would that be? I need a piece of your flesh, young man, for my quirk to help you. Toji, Sai, why do you need my skin for your quirk? It is required, Zenin, please, it is to help you. With great reluctance he complied with her. Toji grabbed the knife she gave him and cut a large piece of his skin off his shoulder. The old lady grabbed the skin and put it into a glass vial. She offered to patch him up, which he let her. You will not regret this, young Zenin, and when the time comes you will thank me for the gift you will be given in due time. Toji, yeah, whatever you say, lady, bye. The old lady and her grandson watched as Toji walked away from their store while she rubbed some prayer beads with a smile. Meanwhile, two people were talking on a call. You three are to protect this girl with your lives, do you understand? Indeed, Madam President, we will do our jobs as upcoming pro-heroes and pro-heroes, ma'am. HPSC President, you will start your mission in protecting this girl tomorrow at once. All the details will be sent to you, Sir Nightai, once you leave and escort the girl to the location she will be sent to. Nightai, of course, Madam President, we will get ready for tomorrow. Goodbye. He hung up his video chat with the HPSC President with a sigh. I don't get why they have to send these two boys on their first mission that might be hard for them. I just hope after this Toshinori will give the boy one for all. As he thought that he had a call from the man he was thinking of and picked it up. Nightai, Toshi, nice of you to call. Toshinori? Yes, Mirai, it is nice to hear from you, my dear friend, but I was calling to tell you that I have made the decision to make young Tagata my student for him to have, you know what? Mirai, that is nice to hear, Toshi, but it will have to wait. Me and the boy with his friend have a mission from the HPSC, so it will be a week until you can start training him to be your student. Toshinori, great, I will see you later too, later in the week. See you later, my friend. Mirai, yes, you too, Toshi. He hung up the phone with a smile, knowing his student would be a great hero to the people. But he could not stop feeling a sense of dread for the future and hoped nothing bad would happen to his student. Izuku sat in his bed with a laptop on his lap with a picture of the girl on it saying, Name, Anna Amini. Quirk, Star Plasma. Age, 17. Death due, 24 hours. Izuku. This should wear them down even if they are upcoming pros and a pro hero. They were trained for this, so I will make other people who are desperate for money make them lose their game. That Tagata guy seems like trouble along with that Amajiki too. But I'm mostly worried about Nightai. With him being in the hero life for a long time, he must have some ways to take me down. So long as I can mess with his mind, I can kill him and the rest. It was an early morning for everyone, people getting ready for work or school. Many rushed to make it to their train, and more just walked to school in the cool air, pondering about the life they wished to have in the near future, like wishing to be a hero like the almighty All Might, and some wish just to have a simple life with their loved ones. Those were the thoughts of a young girl wishing to have a simple life with her friends and family, to laugh, to love, and to live, but it was not really simple growing up for this young lady, when all she knew was the world was rotten like many heroes nowadays, even the people who she grew up with. The commission did not let her live the simple life she longed for. It was, please do this, Anna, or can you use your quirk against this person? But it was the life she only knew from the start. She never knew the life outside was filled with people wanting to have a normal life like the green-haired boy she met at her school. Oh, how she loved how he was the only normal kid wanting peace as she wanted. The boy intrigued the girl bullied for his quirk status by his family and friends. Still, whatever seemed to happen to him, the boy would get back up as if nothing had happened to him. But at last, she had seen the rage build up, the glares he would give the bullies like he was one step from snapping their necks. The girl right now was thinking of the boy. As of recently, she had no clue why the boy was in her mind every day with his green hair and his smug smile with the scar on his lip. Still, she had an uneasy feeling when thinking of him when the HPSC president had told her some heroes would be hero bodyguards to a hidden location she was being sent to for her safety, but she knew it was because of her quirk. They didn't want anything happening to her. Name, Anna Amini. Quirk, Star Plasma. She has the power to boost people's quirks to their limits, but has a 1 use per day cooldown, and she also can heal anyone from a molecular level. Losing an arm, she could heal it back, as if it had never happened, even bring back any body part or organs with the effects of having phantom pains of the injury. Anna was done cleaning herself off and getting ready for when the heroes arrived to escort her to the facility she was being brought to. When she was done putting her school clothes on, she heard a knock on her door. She assumed it was the heroes, but when she opened the door, a man with a scar along the bridge of his nose and his face plastered with a grin. Hey. 3 people made their way to a nice-looking hotel with 2 boys talking about how school was mainly the blonde-haired one was doing the talking, and a tall man talking on the phone with someone. It was none other than the 3-man squad sent to protect the girl in the hotel. It was Tagata Mirio Million, Tamaki Amajikasuniator, and Murray Sasakisir Naitai. Naitai, understood, we'll be at the location soon enough when we have her, ma'am. Understood, well, we just arrived, so I'll be hanging up now to escort her. Naitai put the phone down with a sigh and looked at his student and his friend talking about school being hard on them, especially their teacher Aizawa saying they were on the edge of being expelled. Mirio, hey Naitai, when do you think we'll be done this mission? Naitai, if all goes to plan, we'll be done in 3 days or less if no one has a target on our escort. Amajiki, well, that is nice to hear, I guess. Mirio, man Amajiki, you gotta stop with your stutter or else you won't get any people to scout you next sports festival. As Amajiki was about to respond to Tagata, Naitai ordered him to go and get the girl to get to where they needed to go. Naitai, Mirio, go and get the girl while me and Amajiki wait here for you guys. Tagata, yes sir, be right back. He ran inside the building using his quirk to make the trip faster. When he made it to her door, the door blew off its hinges and the place filled with smoke. Tagata phased through the door, flying towards, and ran inside the room to see the girl and a guy fighting each other for a gun on the floor. Seeing this, Tagata kicked the guy of the girl with a kick hard enough to knock him out cold. Tagata, are you Anna Amamni by any chance? Anna, yes I am, but you should already know that you creep. Tagata's smile faltered at her rude remark, but just brushed it off when his phone rang. Tagata, hey Naitai. Naitai, is the girl all right, Tagata? Tagata, yes, she is just bruised up by a guy I knocked out. Naitai, another person is there? Tagata, that is bad, we need to head out now. There are too many unknowns as of right now, so we must find a better place to stay low for a while. Tagata, got it, Naitai, on my way. With that, he hung up his phone and grabbed Anna, who was calling him a pervert, as he jumped out the window while carrying her to the ground next to where Naitai and Suneater were standing. Naitai, with Lemillion and the girl here, we must move in case any more problems arise. LMNC, yes sir. They all ran from the hotel to a more secluded area, but didn't see a figure up on the roof with binoculars watching them from afar. Izuku, it's already going all right, and now they are on high alert, which I want them to be. Even the 2 UA students are watching their backs. Oh well, I guess I'll wait for more low-lives to try and get that money on her head, he said with a grin while walking away from the rooftop. And now the group was walking with no destination at all, but Naitai was on a call with the HPSC president talking about the situation right now with people after Anna, who was pouting about wanting to go to school. HPSC president, that is most concerning, Naitai. You are going to have to get to the safe house as of now due to this situation in hand. There are too many unknowns, and we don't know if she has a bounty on her head. Naitai, yes ma'am, but we should maybe switch safe houses. They maybe know of it, and I don't want her being killed as soon as we leave her there. HPSC president, yes, I was thinking that too, so we already have a new safe house in the middle of the countryside. But to be sure, we ask that you make a long detour and head to Okinawa in case they know where you are going. Naitai, understood, we will be going now. With that out of the way, Naitai felt a sudden uneasiness looking at the 3 young kids yelling at each other, mostly Anna and Mirio, and felt like something bad was about to happen to them, and wished that they didn't get roped into this. He had wished they were in classes right now talking about being good heroes. Still, no, they are here on this dangerous mission that is their first mission of being full-fledged heroes. Nightai. Okay, there has been a change of plans from the commission. We are to head to Okinawa to lure out any unwanted guests that are after this young lady here, and after we have dealt with them, we are going to a new safe house for her to be dropped off. Lemillion, wouldn't be easy just to head to the new safe house rather than going to Okinawa? Nightai. What have I been teaching you, Lemillion? We don't need people on our asses all the way to the new safe house where they could just kill her as soon as we leave her on her own. It's better if we lure the rats out sooner than later, Lemillion. Lemillion. Why, yes, sir. Nightai. With that out of the way, we must keep a low profile. Now let us change into casual clothes. The group walked all the way to an airport where Nightai bought 4 first-class tickets in case they were being followed, which seemed to be they were without them noticing the person also buying the same tickets to Okinawa. Anna, I need to go bathroom, sir. Nightai, go quick, our flight leaves really quickly here. Anna ran to the bathroom in a hurry, racing to get to it, but without running into someone while running, which she was really embarrassed by. Anna, oh, I'm sorry, sir. It's all right, do you need help? Anna, yes, thanks, sir. Anna had finally seen who it was that helped her, and her eyes widened at the sight of a scar on the person's lip that she kept on seeing in her dreams and thinking about the past week now. Anna, MHA, what's your name, sir? It's Izuku Yagi. Can I ask what your name is too? Anna, it's Anna Aminai. Say, can I ask you what school you go to? Izuku, went to Ultra High Y. Anna, I go there too. Izuku, really, so you know who I am then, right? Anna, yes, B, but I don't mind if you're quirkless Yagi-kun. Izuku, well, I guess that's nice, but if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here? Anna, I am going to Okinawa with some friends. Izuku, nice, well, I have to get to my flight. I am going to go see my soon-to-be wife. Anna, you are getting married, Yagi-kun. That's nice to hear. Well, tell your wife I said hello and congrats. Izuku, be safe, Aminai. She heard him say while running back to the group who were now getting ready to board the shuttle that led into the plane, but without Nightai asking where she was. Nightai, where were you, Aminai? Anna, I was talking to my friend, sorry, sir. Nightai, you need to be careful of who you talk to, Aminai. Some people are after you, remember. Anna, yes, sorry, it's that I was talking to my friend Yagi-kun. Nightai, Yagi-kun? What's your friend's first name? Anna, Izuku, why do you know him? Nightai, well, yes, I do, because he is my nephew, but why is he here, though? Anna, he said something about getting to meet his soon-to-be wife when I asked why he was at the airport. Nightai, wife? That is my first time hearing about this, but no matter, his business is not ours. We need to finish this mission and get you there safely. They were now getting off the plane to rest for a while and have a bite to eat, with Nightai agreeing too that he was hungry and wanted to eat some food. The group spent time eating, and after they had rested for 3 days, Tagata, Amajiki, and Amamani went to the aquarium to see the fish. When Anna said that she had not gone to one before where they all saw all kinds of fish swimming in the large tank they were in, with Tagata laughing about the octopus looking like Amajiki. Amamani had fun the past 3 days. She felt at peace and almost forgot the HPSC mission. All she was doing was watching the fish go by. When a bag went over her head, she screamed for the 2 boys, but heard them running to her. There were grunts and loud noises heard from outside the bag. When the noise stopped and the bag was lifted from her head, to see Nightai telling them they had to leave now since they had defeated the last rat the group wanted, but no, without interrogate the villain who had tried to take Anna. Nightai, all right, villain, you are going to tell us who sent you, and I promise that you will have a light sentence, or if you don't, you will get a bad sentence, which will probably land in TARDIS for upholding information. Do I make myself clear? Villain, Crystal S. So what do you want to know, sir? Nightai, well, like I said, who sent you to take this girl and why? Villain, all right, well, someone wants her dead, but I don't know who, because she has a bounty on her head worth $1,000. But there is a timer on the contract, and it should be ending in 30 minutes. That's why everyone who got the contract band together to try and kill you guys with the girl. Nightai, Should we worry about it getting more time? And should we worry about someone far deadlier than you alleyway thugs? Villain. Why, yes, there is one in the underground site we use. There is one guy who is the scariest out of all of us. He goes by the name Toji Fushiguro. I don't know if you know who he was, but that Fushiguro guy killed everyone in that Yakuza a couple of months ago, and if you think I know what his quirk is, no one knows what is or who he is. Toji Fushiguro, so that is the guy that little girl was talking about that night, plus that slug thing may be his quirk, which is why he came and grabbed it when I was about to take it. We don't know much about this Toji guy other than that he is ruthless when it comes to killing and fast. That is all we got from him, so we don't know if he is strong or weak, but him killing a bunch of Yakuza shows that he's strong, so we must beware of Toji Fushiguro if we come across him at all. Nightai. The police are here to take you away. I'll give them words that you helped out the heroes. Come you three, we got a plane to catch soon, and we don't need to be late now, come on, or you're getting left behind. The four of them finally reached the general location of the safe house, near a mountain that the HPSC told Nightai where the drop-off location was to take Anna. They walked into a small town that seemed to be celebrating something or someone. The group saw many children running around with sparklers. The kids were wearing a black wolf mask with a cut where the lip was, and many adults drinking to a man called the Savior. There were drawings of the Savior with a dagger that had looked different from any other daggers. It had a jit-shaped blade with another blade on the side of it. The three teenagers walked around the festival eating and asking who they were celebrating, about which they had only gotten that he was the savior of the town of corrupt heroes, which worried Nightai and kept him on edge when he heard the people talking about a new rookie hero he heard about was one of the many heroes trying to steal money from them, but had met his end when the savior brought real justice against him. Nightai with the three others walked into a warehouse where many other people were drinking to the savior and walked to a guy who was telling a story about the savior. Nightai. Hey, we are tourists here, and we were wondering about who the savior is, if you don't mind us asking. Ah, tourist in our humble little town, we don't usually get many of you guys here at all. But yes, our savior is the one who saved us all from the corrupt heroes who wished to steal our money and force us to pay them money for protection. He came and saved us from that terrible fate one day, killing all of the heroes who were corrupt with his mighty dagger and skills. He saved us from them and asked for nothing in return. Nightai, when did he save you all? Our savior saved us not too long ago. It had been 3 years since he freed us from the heroes. While the man was explaining who the savior was, a man walked up behind Anna and grabbed her while everyone was distracted by the stories. But when the man and Anna were almost out of the warehouse, Anna got free and screamed for the 3 men, listening to the man who was now pulling out a gun on Nightai. Sorry, but we already know who you are, Sir Nightai, and we will not be getting our freedom taken away from us again so easily. Everyone in the warehouse turned on their quirks, ready to kill the 4 for being heroes, and the 3 heroes started to fight back when the people rushed them. Suneater launched his octopus arms to push them back, which worked, and Lemillion flew into the ground and kicked a tall guy with a shark head trying to bite, knocking him out. The 2 teamed up, beating every single one of them, while Nightai ran for Anna, who was being carried by a guy with a paper bag on his head. With 4 of the same guy were running along beside him, throwing Anna to one another, confusing Nightai on who the real one was, and saw them stopping at another warehouse. Nightai rushed right in, knocking out the many clones of the guys who was not the real one. Baghead, gotta do better than that, hero. The bag-headed guy was taunting Nightai with them, giving him the middle fingering and calling him names. With that, Nightai was pissed off. He launched at the clones fast, while dodging kicks and punches from them, until he found the real one and brutally throwing punches at him, knocking him out. Nightai untied Anna, who was on guard from what had just happened to her, and she was about to use her quirk on Nightai. But his quirk was only foresight, which wouldn't work as much as Mirio's quirk or Amajiki's, with the both have them having good quirks to boost, so she had decided to wait for the 2 when they have to fight someone tougher than them. Said boys were finished knocking out everyone in the warehouse, dodging punches and quirks flying at them, but they had trained more than them, so they had come out on top and defeated everyone. Mirio grabbed his phone to get in contact with Nightai to tell him that they were done and wanted to know about Anna if she was all right. Mirio, Sir Amajiki and I are done here. How are you and Anna doing? Do you need backup? Nightai, it is not needed. Anna is recovered, but we must get going now before any more of these savior worshippers come for us. Mirio, okay, we coming to you both now, sir. Be there in a minute. The boys ran as quickly as they could to reach the two and did so without anyone coming for them while running to them. Now Nightai had told the three of them that the safe house was on top of the mountain, and so they started their walk up the stairs to the house to drop Anna, and their first mission was about to be complete with the next 50 stairs up. The two felt pride in themselves for almost being done with this hard mission. Nightai said that was going to be a hard task to be done, even if they were in the top hero school in Japan, but now it was time to rub in Nightai's face that it was not even hard, not one bit. The team had finally made it to the top, wiping off the sweat forming on their foreheads and smiling at the safe house, which was far, but it was there ready to have Anna be delivered at, and now the HPSC finally called them again to inform them on what to do next. HPSC President, have you reached the site yet, Nightai? Nightai. Yes, we did, Madam President. We are actually walking up to it as we speak. HPSC President. That is really good to hear, Nightai. You three have done us a great deal for escorting Anna, and just to tell you that none except you four are in there, the HPSC has had help with Shield Inc. With new technology around that mountain is an invisible dome that is able to detect anyone's quirk genes that come in at least 100 meters of the dome, and if they do, we will get an alert to send heroes there, so you are good to drop her off there, even if she would be alone. And before I hang up, there is a basement you can take her to. There is an elevator to the basement near the kitchen. Take and leave her there. Nightai. Got it, Madam President. She hung up on him, and he put the phone back in his pocket to listen to the three talk about life again. Murray felt relieved that this mission was coming to an end with no one hurt at all or a casualty that put a smile on his face. They all were in front of the Japanese-style house with one more case of stairs to go. Nighty-Eye, and now we are done with the mission. Congrats you two for handling yourselves rather well the past couple of days, he said with a proud smile for the both of them. Mirio, finally now I don't have to babysit a kid now. Mirio had an exhausted face but showed he was joking with Anna. Anna, hey, me and you both are close to the same age, you pervert. Amajiki, it was nice to be with you, Anna. Anna, it was fun being you three. You gave me a nice time the past few days, so thank you all. Nightai. Lemillion, you can finally relax and turn off your quirk. I knew you had it on the past few days, so you can relax now. Before Nightai could finish his sentence, he saw his student's abdomen stabbed with what seemed to be a katana sticking out of him and blood dripping from the blade. What? Mirio, no. Impossible. The HPSC president said no one could enter the mountain unless they were going to be caught by them. Mirio was looking at the bloody blade stuck in his abdomen with wide eyes and looked back to see a guy with a scar on his lip. Mirio, do I know you from somewhere?
Nah, and even if you did, you're dead anyways.
Mirio remembered looking at a photo in Nightai's office of a little kid with the same scar on his lip, but with green hair, but shook his head lightly and kicked him off his back towards a group of trees. Amajiki sent a wave of his octopus arms toward the man that was Mirio kicked into the trees. Amajiki, Lemillion, are you all right? Nightai, we need to get that wound checked out, Lemillion. Mirio, nah, it's good, and we don't have time because it seems our guest is about to come and play again. Go and take care of Anna until I take care of this guy. I'm fine, I can manage. Nightai, come back alive, Mirio, I mean it. Mirio, got it, sir, meet you inside when I'm done with this guy Suneater. Go, I got this. The three were counting on Mirio to win and come back alive to them, but Nightai felt immense dread for Mirio and hoped he would come be to them. Back to Mirio, he was in the middle of taking off his cape while walking to the Amajiki's octopus arms he left behind, and as he made his way there the arm started to move until a blade stuck out of it and the arm blew up with blood going all over the spot. The guy stood with chunks of the arm everywhere. The guy lifted his head up to look at Mirio with a cocky smile. That is a different sword he stabbed me with, and that thing on his shoulders, and is this sir's nephew Izuku? Never mind that there are too many unknowns to think about. Toji, the star plasma vessel is gone. I'd hoped to take you down with that earlier attack, but I guess there was a miscalculation on my part. Mirio, the bounty was called off, you idiots, so Amini doesn't have that 1 million on her anymore. Go home, man, before you get hurt and go to jail. Toji, I was the one who took it down, you arrogant bastard. When facing people without openings like you have to first create ups and downs leading to several false goals. I had a good laugh when those lowlifes really chased you guys down to Okinawa. It sucked that one of you heroes hadn't died. Mirio, is that so? Lemillion flew towards Toji really fast, but ended up breaking the rock he was standing on. Damn it, he's faster than me. Is that his quirk? Toji blitzed to the other rock. The second Lemillion was about to punch him. Toji put the soul-split katana back into the inventory curse's mouth and pulled out the inverted spear of heaven with a smirk. Mirio flew at him again with a kick at Toji's head, but his leg was grabbed by him and was thrown to the 3 and was about to recover, but again Toji had other plans. He kicked his face, causing him to launch to a tree. Toji, what's wrong? Where's that cocky attitude from earlier? As he said that, Toji lost track of Lemillion. He remembered his quirk last minute and was kicked by Lemillion in the ribs that sent him flying to a flower bed filled with white roses. Lemillion, you think your little dagger is going to do something against me, man? If you knew who I was then you know what my quirk is, because if not then that dagger won't even touch me. Even if you did it won't pierce me at all. He looked in shock. Toji was not where he saw him and looked around for him when all of a sudden behind him was a swarm of black flying creatures with beaks with brains coming out of them. They look like the fly heads, but just Nomus. Lemillion cringed at them, wondering what Toji was doing, and thought about getting rid of the weird cross creatures until his eyes widened. Mirio, he's after Anna. He turned around in the direction of the safe house where Anna was being taken to. Lemillion was getting ready to fly to the house, but it was already too late. As Lemillion got stabbed in the neck by the spear of heaven, he was thinking about what had just happened. Why did I get stabbed? Like all the other people who tried to stab me, it went through me like nothing, but now I get stabbed. Please. I don't want to die. The special grade tool Inverted Spear of Heaven, its effect to force release any active techniques, but in this case, force release any active quirk in its range. Toji, well, this got my blood pumping. Thanks for this fight, Lemillion. He walked from the dying Mirio, who was tearing up, until he took one last deep breath when his bright blue eyes finally faded out with white roses around him and some bloodied from the fight. Toji walked over to the spot where he was told the elevator was and wrote it down until he saw a familiar face looking towards the hallway he assumed the other two went. Mirai was worried about Mirio and decided to wait for him near the elevator when he heard it open. He still faced the hall where Anna and Amajiki went to keep her safe. Nightai, good job, Lemillion. Now we wait for Sun Eater and we can leave. Bang. Nightai felt a sharp pain in his chest and saw his blood start to flow out of his wound, making the spot where his wound more bloody, and fell down face forward. Sorry, uncle, it's nothing personal, but I need that money on that girl's head. Mirai coughed out blood and his eyes widened when he heard a familiar voice he heard many times before. His nephew Izuku had shot him. Mirai, cough I Izuku my b-boy is that cough why you? He said, violently coughing out a concerning amount of blood, and pushed his body so he was on his back trying to look for Izuku, who now came into view of Mirai, who felt like crying. Mirai, Izuku I'm cough sorry cough I've failed you. Only if I had gotten you out of that home, Izuku. I've known what Toshinori had been doing to you, but I was too consumed with Mirio having one for all and forgot about you, my boy. I'm sorry. Please, forgive me. His life flashed before his eyes. Hey, uncle, when I'm a hero, can I come and work for you? Haha, of course, my nephew. Really, thanks, uncle, you are the best. He looked at this memory and cried because this was the last time he had seen his nephew smile like that and talk about heroes with him and work for him in his agency. Murray, I'm so sorry, Izuku. Please, forgive me, I'm sorry. He died repeating sorry to Izuku, who looked at his dead uncle with a sad look before closing his eyes and walking away to the door. Toji saw the two talking to each other about something, but right now he just wanted this job to be done and pulled up his gun and shot the girl in her temple. Amajiki saw Anna's body fall to the floor while blood was coming out of her head. His eyes widened at the sight they had failed the mission. How is this guy here? I thought Sir Nightai would have handled him or Lemillion, but why is he here? Toji, the job is done, go home, man. Sun Eater, what happened to Sir Nightai and Lemillion, you bastard? He said while getting his quirk ready to handle him by himself. If the two failed already, it was his duty to capture this for the HPSC. Toji, oh well, I killed that Lemillion brat and Nightai. I just now killed him. Sun Eater, is that right? Well, die. So that concludes our third part of our series. Stay tuned for the fourth part of the series. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.